Hello, considering how popular my Forsaken song has gotten, like 1.5k is the time of recording this, I figured I would do a little project file breakdown for the people that were curious as to how I made it. I don't often do these, but I think for any other song I make, I might do them, because it seems pretty fun. But to start off, we have Layer 1. Very basic stuff. We have this random thing that I got from a song because I thought it sounded cool. And this is just the same, but it's pitched down. And it's probably also out of tune, but I think it's so quiet to the point where you're probably not going to hear it anyway, so it doesn't really matter. And this here, this is just a sub bass. So it just plays in coalition with everything else. Moving on to layer 2, it's pretty much the same stuff. But with the additive, this drum build-up. J-Bass Signature Series drums, content library, very nice drum library that I use quite a lot in a lot of my songs. We have an alarm sound here because I thought that using alarms in 1x songs would be actually pretty cool. And so, yeah, here we just have another bass. This is a stock FL Studio plugin. It's Citrus. Very cool bass. Doesn't have much effects to it, just has your flanger, distortion, EQ, OTT, etc. Doesn't have too much to it. This, just another loop to back with these drums here. And this being a cinematic loop. All the drums together sounds pretty cool. Helps build tension. Moving on to layer 3. You can see here I added more to the drums there. The drums have a disruptor on them, which I think helps bring out that feel the song it has. You know, you got OTT, sound guys, etc. We have another layer of this sound here, which is the same thing, but pitched up by 100. Which I thought sounded really cool. We have, once again, the same alarm, but louder. So I'll keep building that tension, of course. This here is a bulky fat. I decided to remove the sub bass for this part specifically, so I could add a bit of, which sounds, I think sounds really cool. You have this little break here to build up to the drop. Same with these two drums as well, which I added. Sounds really cool altogether. And then finally, I will play this section of the drop and then talk more about this later section afterwards. Right, so here we of course have those same three that are constant throughout the entire song. However, here they switch up a little bit. This is one of the guitars I used. It's called Odin. A very nice guitar. For some reason it says disabled. Don't know why. This is the, you got this very cool looking amp that I like quite a lot. I like this amp a lot. have EQ, stereo shaper, fruity balance, standard stuff. We have a contact guitar here. This is Shreddage Hydra. I'm running this through Archetype Gojira, another really nice amp that I like to use a lot. I like this amp quite a lot. It makes the guitar, you know, because originally you have the... It already sounds nice, but amping it is just way better. I changed the drum pattern here, so we have actual kicks and snares now. This is, of course, the same, and then these breaks. We have the louder break from the previous section here. This little loop. And this little groove break here. And, of course, that same ride loop, but louder. And all of the drums together sounds a little something like this. Moving on to this next part here, not much changed outside of I removed the groove break and added a little amen break here. You'll see these to be quite common in all songs. Also, the fill right here. It's just some scratching. A little short fill, and this other random fill I had lying around. I think it is quite fitting. The drum pattern I did also change up here for this little second subsection, you could call it. It repeats twice. And, yeah. Right, moving on to this other section of the song. So yeah, of course you can tell the EQ changes here to make it go from I made it fade. I feel like having it fade, you can see actually here. It's on this one, never mind, my apologies, see here. It cuts off some of the high end, which I like to do for transitions and such. I thought it was just a really neat idea. Anyway, moving on to the general structure. It's very simple. You have a bass line following just your standard pattern, these same few loops, this guitar here. Actually, I'll play these two. The same guitar, one is pitched down. Also this here, which is just your... It's an ample bass, which is a very nice plugin that I like for basses. That's the only melody I know. Moving on, we have these vocals that I sampled here. You can tell one is pitched down, one's normal pitched, and moving on to here, one is higher pitched. Hello, Alvin and the Chipmunks. Yeah, this other guitar here is the same thing, but it's pitched up as well. So altogether they sound quite nice. Moving on to what's down here, though, we have a rec step break. So I think was pretty cool, a very nice break. Here we have just another amen. And then here is, of course, a ceremony space, which I use quite a lot and I like quite often. And over here we have some stomp kicks, which I also like quite a lot. And of course, we have that same fill here. don't know why I even added this riser. It doesn't even... It doesn't do a whole lot. It kind of... You can vaguely hear it. Oh, and of course here we have some analog strings. Another flex preset with some random stuff on it. And pretty much, afterwards, it just loops back to the same thing. So yeah, that's about all I have to show. I don't know if you guys enjoyed this or not, but for any future songs I do, I may also do project file breakdowns, because I do enjoy, I enjoy seeing how other people make music, and it's nice if people, people want to learn how I make music, of course. They can view these project files and see, oh hey, that's how they did that thing, or whatever. I don't think I'll be selling these project files unless I get the go-ahead as to, yes, you can sell them if you want. But I think for now, I'll probably just do project file breakdowns. So, yeah.